What's going on, Aces? Welcome back to the channel. I hope that you guys are enjoying your Saturday evening. So, a federal judge has ruled that a lawsuit filed by media entrepreneur Byron Allen seeking $10 billion alleging racial discrimination by a fast food giant McDonald's can proceed to trial. United States District Judge Fernando M. Oligan found in what he termed a close call that Allen's claims that the fast food chain promoted racial stereotyping by not advertising with Black owned media ought to be addressed by a jury. The judge says, at a minimum, this is the type of case where the trial court is permitted, in its discretion, to deny even a well supported motion for summary judgment if it believes that the case will benefit from a full hearing. This was in a 25-page order. Allen had alleged that his entertainment studios and Weather Channel were denied ad dollars spent by McDonald's as part of its large budget for general market advertising and instead relegated to an African American tier that vies for consideration with significantly smaller, a much smaller advertising budget, denying the media outlet millions of dollars in potential annual revenue. He says, we have overwhelming evidence against McDonald's, who has been sued by its Black executives, Black franchisees, and their global head of security, all for racial discrimination. Allen said it's time for the McDonald's board of directors, stockholders, and civil rights organizations nationwide to call for the resignation of CEO Chris Kipczynski, who was caught sending racist texts about Black and Hispanic people. See, on a side note, I haven't eaten McDonald's in years, but the fact that the CEO was sending racist text messages, I look forward to this trial coming out because CEOs, they have not been having a good week. I'll get more into that probably in my weekend wrap up. But as you guys know, and this is just a side note, the CEOs of a lot of the healthcare groups have taken their information down off of their websites due to the fact that Brian Thompson lost his life. And I made a video about that in regards to United Healthcare, but it's all over the news. I mean, it was on The View, it's everywhere, right? And so a lot of people, Gayle King was talking about how she was surprised that people were so gleeful over the passing of Brian Thompson. Like nobody in New York is really calling the number to try to turn in the man who unalived Brian Thompson. And they said it's only a $10,000 bounty, so nobody's really checking for that. But the fact that the McDonald's CEO, and you guys know they've been targeting McDonald's for years, right? They had Mary J. Blige. Well, did Mary J. do one for McDonald's? I think that was Burger King. But a lot of advertising has, Black customers. They use R&B music. I mean, it's deliberate. And so the fact that he's been sending racist text messages, about Black and Hispanic people, is it surprising? No. Disappointing? Yes. But I'm really interested to see what Byron Allen, the result of this lawsuit is in regards to if he's going to get this $10 billion or not. McDonald's said in a statement that the decision reflected the fact that neither side has met the high standard for dismissal at this stage of the proceedings. It says, we are prepared to show that this case is utterly baseless. McDonald's invested in media properties that align with the company's business strategy, and like any other rational business, declined to invest in those that had low ratings or failed to reach the company's target audiences. This lawsuit was initially filed in 2021. So the fact that it's just now being allowed to move forward is interesting, right? Brian Allen, he's a billionaire. He's playing on levels that um, many people, I mean, that's like the top 1%, right? But I will say this, I did not know before reading this lawsuit that there was an African American tier in regards to advertising dollars. Again, not surprising at all, disappointing because it's 2024. I'm wondering what the holdup was in regards to why it was initially filed in 2021 and only now the judge is allowing it to move forward. I'm guessing that, at that level, in the billionaires level, right, billionaires club, especially dealing with a conglomerate like McDonald's, there's going to be a lot of red tape. And but again, I mean, Brian Allen, he has the financial and the social capital in order to move this lawsuit forward. And it's unfortunate, because I'm sure a lot of people, black and brown, are patrons of McDonald's. They're definitely, in food deserts where there's not a lot of access to fresh and healthy, fruits and vegetables. But McDonald's and other like Church's Chicken, those fast food chains are always in low income areas. So the fact that the CEO, has is sending text messages, that's definitely going to hurt, that are, disparaging to black and brown people, black and Hispanic people. That's definitely going to hurt his case. Um, the fact that, Brian Allen has that information is very smart. And I will be interested to see if he's going to get the entirety of the $10 billion that he's seeking in regards to this lawsuit. But this is not a good week for CEOs. I mean, I wouldn't, necessarily advise that this will be the time for Chris Kaczynski to be sending racist text messages or for the public to know that. And I'm not saying that, like one of us, obviously, and I'm speaking to my people right now, like, I don't think that we would do anything as reckless as whoever the person was that, unalived Brian Thompson. I mean, riding up to somebody in the middle of one of the busiest cities in the world, Midtown Manhattan, on a bike, right? Writing words, defend, deny, and dispose on the bullet casings, and then, blowing this man away in the middle of broad daylight. It was like 7 in the morning. He was on his way to an investors meeting. That it just blows my mind. But what blows the rest of the CEOs' minds and the elite's mind is the response, the collective response on social media, and the solidarity um, among New Yorkers. Like they said, like nobody is calling in that hotline to try to turn this man in. People were dressing up like, the person who unalived Brian Thompson. They were wearing the same, color hoodies and masks, and they are they're showing a level of working class solidarity that has been making a lot of CEOs extremely nervous. So this CEO of McDonald's, um, it's not it's not advantageous to, I mean, it never is obviously a good time to be, you know to be known for sending alleged racist text messages. But I'm saying now in particular, a lot of CEOs, they said, have been not only taking their information off of their websites, and they're trying to get the Wikipedia information taken down as well, but they're also beefing up the security. They've been sending out memos, especially United Healthcare. But they have been, trying to, I guess, come together and like hire security firms. I don't know. I'm hoping the one silver lining that can come out of this entire situation is that they do look to have some common sense pow reform, because I feel like when When tragedy strikes lower income or marginalized groups, 9 times out of 10, people just turn a blind eye. However, when things start affecting those at the top 1%, and their safety is in jeopardy, and that's when policy changes come about. So I would be really interested to see if anything comes from this tragedy with Brian Thompson and United Healthcare, but also I'm interested to see what's going to occur with Brian Allen and his lawsuit against McDonald's, especially if he's alleging racial discrimination, and this CEO Chris is sending racist text messages and not um, doing a fair level of business with Brian. But anyway, I want to hear from you guys. What do you think about Brian Allen suing McDonald's? And what do you think about Chris Krasinski sending racist text messages? Or let me know what you guys think about the CEOs. The CEOs across the board. I mean, they are snatching their information away from LinkedIn, from, Wikipedia, from their websites. Um, it's really interesting to see, Blue Cross Blue Shield reverse their decision in less than 24 hours in regards to their, anesthesia practices. Initially, they said that they were going to limit the amount of time that people were going to be allowed to be under anesthesia during life-threatening surgeries. And 24 hours after Brian Thompson was unalived, they reversed that decision. So I'm interested. I'm interested to see if there's any policy changes that are going to occur in regards to McDonald's. But anyway, let me know your thoughts. Please be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I will talk with you in the next one. Take care, Aces. Bye.